All right, so let's hop right into this. The title of this article is Call of Duty Players Aren't Hardcore Gamers, says Infinity Ward. And then the subtitle is, despite this, he reckons their loyalty to the franchise is unwavering. So what they're basically saying there is that they feel like a large majority of the people who play Call of Duty are not hardcore, meaning they don't keep up with the game like everybody else, does. They don't keep up with all the news and all that kind of stuff. They just see the title pop on the shelf every year. They know they like the last one, so they'll pick up the new one, right? That's really it. I consider a hardcore gamer somebody who studies the games, researches the games, knows the news about the games, keeps up with all the details. They're more or less completionist. That's what I consider a hardcore gamer. They play multiple titles a year. And what Infinity Ward is saying here is that most people who play Call of Duty are not that way. They don't keep track of all the stats and the records and all that kind of stuff. They just want to get on there and have a good time, play with their buddies or whatever after a long day's work or school or whatever, and just have a good time. They even go on to say in this particular article that they don't even consider most of the people who play Call of Duty gamers at all. Now, we tend to, in this industry, right, in this gaming community world that we live in, we tend to have these, these different levels of gamers. You're a gamer, you're not a gamer, you're a casual gamer, or you're a hardcore gamer, right? I can see why the labels exist. And what they're saying here is they don't consider most of their fan base even gamers at all, because they only typically play one game. And now I agree with that. I agree with that definition. I do not consider anybody who plays just one video game a year, whether it's Call of Duty or whether it's Battlefield or anything. If it's only one game a year, if that's the only thing you buy, then I don't consider you a gamer in my definition. And I think that's the industry standard too, maybe. I'm not really sure. I don't really keep up with it, but if you're just playing one game a year, it doesn't matter what it is, you're not a gamer in my book. Does that mean you're a bad person? No, it may mean that you don't have enough time to play games, or maybe you have a family, or you maybe don't have the cash to throw down to spend, to get 12 games a year. I'm cool with that, but I don't consider you a gamer, if that makes sense. And they even have a quote here. It says, it's kind of a weird, ironic thing to say. They aren't even hardcore gamers or gamers, but they play Call of Duty every night. And those guys are going to continue to play regardless of the platform. So now I think not only will we continue to engage with that existing player base, but we'll take next gen and see how far we can go with it. And this is obviously a conversation back and forth where they're talking about, next generation consoles coming out. I'm sure that Infinity Ward is aware of the fact that not everybody's going to buy the new console. Typically the casual, quote unquote, if you want to call them that, players are not going to make the leap with everybody else. Not to mention the fact when you put in that formula of Call of Duty, and it seems to be this way every year, at least from what I know from the Call of Duty community, is that after about the first month or two after the game is released, it gets old, it gets boring. It's either not balanced or it's broken or people find glitches or whatever, and it's a bad experience. And a lot of people are looking to jump ship around January or February, but there's usually nothing to jump to. There's usually no good alternatives. But I mean, we've got games like Destiny, we've got games like Killzone, we've got games, Battlefield 4 is obviously coming out, and let's not forget, we got Titanfall, which the people who originally created Call of Duty, the game that everybody tends to like, is now making their own game, and it's got mechs. You know what I mean? So I tend to think that if Call of Duty does not deliver this time around, that people are just going to have their last straw. Infinity Ward seems to think that the casual market is not going to care either way. There's such a casual player there that they're just going to play it regardless. But I don't know, man. I tend to think that even the casual player is a little bit fed up with that franchise, and that they need to make some good strides this time around, and they have made some improvements. Let's don't overlook that. They have upped the graphics a bit. They've changed around their engine slightly. They've done some stuff with the kill streaks and the perks and all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, the question I always have is the game going to be balanced, right? If the game's not balanced, it's not worth really my time. Like, I'll only play it simply to play with you guys, or maybe my brother's online or something like that. But it's not something I'm going to be itching to play every day like I would, like a Battlefield 4 or something like that. So that's the question I'm asking you guys today. Do you think that we're going to see a mass exodus of Call of Duty players in the next year? I mean, do we really think that this could possibly be the beginning of the downfall of this franchise just because they have made so many mistakes in the past and they're not really tweaking their game, you know, like a lot of players think that they should? So that's kind of the question today. Infinity Ward says, nope, we're going to be good to go. I kind of disagree, but I'll basically hash it out with you guys in the comments below and see you guys in tomorrow's show. You guys be good.